Up in front to address you guys is a gentleman I've had the pleasure of meeting a couple of times. Last time was down in Greene County, and he is running on an amazing legacy and an enormous amount of experience for Attorney General in Virginia. And this is one formidable gentleman. Please welcome Mr. Chuck Smith.
Chuck! Yeah. Chuck! Everybody say Chuck!
Chuck! Listen, John is great. Speciality's great. All of our fighters are great. I'll tell you, John and I have a similar past. I remember when I was in the 6th grade, a teacher stood me up at the end of the class in front of the entire room and said, everybody who's been in a fight with Chuck, raise your hand this year. Half the people stood up. John is absolutely correct. We need fighters. We're fighting for the soul of this country.
Yes. Damn right.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot going on, and we need people who, regardless of how they feel, regardless of what they think, they will stand and support this country. And one of the reasons I support John and I support Specialities is because they were in the fight, and when they lost, did they stay down? No, they got up and they continued to fight. So let's give them a round of applause. And that's what fighters do. You know, I hope you don't mind if I tell you that Abraham Lincoln, a long time ago, crushed socialism. He said, we do not strengthen the weak by weakening the strong.
Right.
Wow. We don't raise up the wage earner by tearing down the wage payer. Help the poor by destroying the rich, or do for men and women permanently what they can and should do for themselves.
Yes, sir.
The one thing I like about Donald Trump is that he is a man of his word. He does what he says. He's on our side, he's been on our side, and he's going to be on our side.
Here.
And even though not just Donald Trump is in his first race, he has kept his word. There have been others in history who've been in the fight for us, who stood up for us. Abraham Lincoln, as you remember, he ran for office 8 times and lost. And not just that. When he lost, just like John, just like Speciality, he didn't stay down. What did Abraham Lincoln do? He got up. He didn't quit. He didn't drop out. He stayed in the fight and he fought for us. And that's what President Donald Trump is doing. And I'm about to tell you something. You may think it's a speech. You may think it's passion. Whatever you think it is, I'll tell you this is me. I believe, just like John said, if someone does something good for you, you don't care whether they're tall or short. You don't care whether they're black or white. What it is that you want is you want them to keep making America great. Is that right?
Amen.
Yes. Absolutely. So I'm running for Attorney General on the rights of the people, beginning with the Constitution. We have an Attorney General right now who is an absentee landlord. He either has never heard of the Constitution, doesn't believe in it, and so I want to make sure that in my race for the Attorney General, I run on the Constitution, the First Amendment, Second Amendment. That's right, gun rights, God rights, open carry rights, stand your ground rights, child safety, experience, courage, the things that have made America great.
Integrity.
I'm running so Virginians and patriots, so Republicans can lift their heads up, not down, lift their backs up, lift their vision up. You know, Martin Luther King said, if you level your back up, people can't ride your back, and you can get where you're going. So we can lift their backs up, lift their faith up, lift their vision up, lift their anchor up, and turn this ship around.
Damn right.
Never before in the history of the United States has our Constitution been more at risk.
Yes, sir.
Never before in the history of the United States have the rights of man, the freedoms of Americans been more at stake.
Yes, sir.
If there ever was a time that we get back to our common sense principles, get back to common sense leadership, Virginia, get back to God, get back to family, wouldn't you agree that time is right now?
Yes.
But we need to do something first. We need to be mindful to select new leaders who've not had their hands meshed and crushed in the ways of the past.
It's the truth.
And what I call a good old boy system that has rocked this party and nearly brought it to its knees.
Yes, sir.
That's true.
Where cronyism, where favoritism, where greed, homesteading have been more important than character.
Casual corruption.
Where endorsements have been more important than experience. and where a pity-pack, pay-to-play system has been more important than the conscience of the American voter. I tell people everywhere I go, I'm running for Attorney General, not this year, next year. I'm running for Attorney General to represent character, not cronyism. I'm running for Attorney General to represent faith, strength, not weakness, not cowardice, and not elected officials who somehow we could not count on to stand up with a spine, not a spleen, to stand up with a voice, not a whimper, and to say to the mob, no, you will not take down our statues. No, you will not take down our monuments.
Yes, sir.
No, you will not take down our military bases. No, you will not take down our police officers. No, you will not take down our Second Amendment. You will not take down our president. And by God, you will not take down America. So help us God. It is the Constitution that we fight for. Oh, it's nothing. That's all we've got. It's the Constitution. Or it's nothing. It will be the Constitution or it will be nothing. So as I run for office, I ask you to join me in standing for America so that we can tell Nancy Pelosi and that runaway Congress. We can tell Mr. Wannabe Blackface Governor. We can also tell Mr. Wannabe Blackface Attorney General. And the scandal, Mr. Scandal Lieutenant Governor.
Yes, sir.
And that runaway train that we call the Virginia General Assembly, that laws do not give us our rights. We were born with rights.
Yes, sir.
God did it.
Right.
The Constitution doesn't give us our freedom. We're born free. God did it. God has helped us build this nation.
Yes.
And you can just turn around. Doesn't it seem like the devil himself is trying to tear it all down? Yes. So what I think Lincoln's message to us was, and what I think Lincoln's message to us is, that we need to stop the socialists, the globalists, the anarchists, from continuing to try to take God out of our classrooms, God out of our courtrooms, God out from the halls of justice, and the Constitution off the mantle. We need to tell them that they need to stop trying to take away our rights to bear arms, our rights to worship our God in our churches and our synagogues.
Freedom of speech.
We need to get, freedom of speech. We need to get our country back.
Yes.
We need to get God back. We need to get our family back.
Yes.
People talking about they want to rename America. What the hell's up with that?
Yes.
They want to remake America. They want to redo America as if their copy of the Constitution is a glorified comic book. We need to tell them this. They need to stop trying to give away our rights to vote and drive on our highways to people who enter our country illegally, when they want, where they want, and how they want. We need to get our country back. You'll agree with me when I tell you that this is not the United States of Nancy Pelosi. This is not the United States of the Democratic Party.
No.
This is the United States of America.
Yes.
This is not one world order. This is one nation under God.
Yes, sir.
And it is not the land of hopelessness, helplessness, chaos, anarchy. This is the land of the free, the home of the brave.
Yes.
Law and order. Spell it.
Yes.
Rule of law.
Yes.
And border walls that keeps crime out, keeps drugs out, keeps terrorism out.
Yes.
And keeps America safe.
Yes.
When you turn on the news and you see Biden lying all on the TV set, I didn't say this, I didn't say that. Yes, we need to get to him, and also Kamala Harris. You know they want to get rid of fossil fuels. You know that they want to raise our taxes, get rid of the Trump tax cuts. Puppets as well. You know that they want to pack the Supreme Court.
Yes.
You know they're lying. We need to have that conversation. But right now, I promise you this, to everyone here tonight, to all the Virginians, all Americans, your next Attorney General of Virginia is going to be an ally of America, not an enemy. He's going to be an ally of the Constitution, not a Benedict Arnold. He's going to be what? Pro-America, pro-Virginia, pro-Trump, pro-life, pro-children, pro-taxes, reduction. He's going to be pro-Americans in the sense that we will stand up for Americans and not, as Nancy Pelosi does, stand down for Americans, having Americans bow to other Americans, having whites bow to blacks. What the hell is up with that? We need people in office who are going to stand up for our country and stand up for our views and our values.
Yes.
If we're going to have an Attorney General, why in the hell is he sleeping on the job?
Amen.
We need an Attorney General who is going to understand our views and our values, and is going to salute and stand up for our flag, stand up for our American flag. Oh, glory, the American spirit. And I tell people all the time, the only kneel these knees are going to see is when they kneel to pray to God for the soul of the traitors who
Damn
trample
right.
out upon American liberty.
Amen.
Amen.
For me, it's easy. For you, it's easy. John is right. We need to reach out beyond our borders. And we need to look for people who are going to stand up and carry a conservative tune further than from one aisle to the next. Unlike those Republicans, those are elected officials, some of them who couldn't understand patriotism and you painted it on their foreheads. We need to look for people unlike those Democrats who betrayed their what? Their conscience, their country, their community, their constitution. We need an attorney general who is a Marine, 0311 grunt, ground pounder.
Damn
who
right.
enlisted in the Marine
Yeah,
Corps.
damn right. Yeah.
We need an attorney general who's the former Navy JAG commander, retired after 26 years of combined military service. We need an attorney general who is a 41-year lawyer. And what is that? What does that mean? Ladies and gentlemen, 41 years is longer than anybody who's ever run for the office of attorney general in 400 years.
Hey.
We need an attorney general with experience.
Yes.
We pick people just because they know someone who knows someone who knows someone. And then when they get in office, they fail us. Well, it's not their fault. It's our fault for picking weak people. We've got to pick people with spine. We need an attorney general who's the former chairman of the largest Republican Party city committee in the Commonwealth, Virginia Beach. And when I was chairman, we held every single allocated General Assembly seat. We held the 21st, the 22nd, I'm sorry, the 82nd, 83rd, 84th, 85th. I know you weren't there. We held the 7th and 8th senatorial seats. We even held the 2nd district congressional seat. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what leadership looks like. We need an attorney. We need an attorney general who is fluent, not just in English, but fluent in Spanish, so he can communicate without having translating services to the largest and fastest growing demographic, minority demographic in Virginia. And what am I saying there? We need somebody who's going to tell it like it is in whatever language you choose. We need somebody who can tell them that it's not the Republican Party that's racist, it's the Democratic Party that's racist. It's not the Republican Party that created Jim Crow, it was the Democratic Party that created Jim Crow. It wasn't the Republican Party that created the Ku Klux Klan, it was the Democratic Party. What did the Republican Party do? The Republican Party gave us freedom, gave us the Emancipation Proclamation, the 13th, 14th Amendment, fought for Brown versus the Board of Education, the 1964 Civil Rights Act, fought for the 1965 Voting Rights Act, and fought for the 1968 Fair Housing Bill. We need to tell people the way things are, and stop allowing people to look upon us as if somehow we are not true Americans. We need to get our word out. But you know something? Your next attorney general is also going to come with something that no other candidate. You know, I think people who are running for office, they should probably have served in the military first. But I also think people who run in office, they should be patriots. And there's no greater patriotism, in my opinion, than having served in the military. But your next attorney general is going to be somebody who was born on the 4th of July. He's going to stand up for America, stand up for Virginia, and by the grace of God, stand up for President of the United States. I know you feel like I feel. I mean, I get pissed off every time, and I probably shouldn't say that word in front of kids, but I get pissed off every time when I see what's happening on television. When I see people talking about this country as if they don't live here, as if they weren't born here. I tell you this, and I'm sure you know this, if the defense of America lives nowhere else, if the dream that we all believe in America, if it stands nowhere else, it stands right here. With me, with you, with us. Let's stand for America. Let's stand up for America so they will know that we are not going to back down. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week. We're not going to give in. We're not going to give in 100 yards. People say they want Texas. We're not going to give them 100 yards. We're not going to give them Texas. We're not going to give them 50 yards. We're not going to give them one doggone inch.
Yes,
Not even California.
Not even California.
Maybe California.
We can all choose.
It's time.
Give California.
Let's give them California.
Right now.
Build the wall on the eastern side of California.
He will. He'll get there.
Listen. It is that serious. There are crazy things happening. We can't explain it. We don't know what's going on, but we know that this is our country. This is the land of our birth. This is our country, not just the criminals. This is the greatest country on earth. This is our country. And we need to stand up for America. We need to stand up for our president. We need to stand up for President Donald Trump. I tell people all the time, just like the 10 Commandments, just like the 10 Bill of Rights, if we have nothing else, we need an attorney general. We need elected officials. We need people who are knowledgeable, articulate, bilingual, charismatic, dynamic, energetic, right?
Yes,
We
Yep.
need people who are faithful. We need people who are good looking, right?
Yep.
Who are inspirational, intelligent. But
helps, damn it.
Get it, Chuck, get it.
But at the end of the day, we need people in office that we can depend on and we can trust. All of our elected officials need to have spine. I know we have a good second district congressman that's coming in, Nick Freitas. But I tell you, I've never been so proud of John McGuire when he ran. I've never been so proud of Special Alley when he ran. A lot of people that we can count on, we can depend on. But I am the proudest of President Donald J. Trump. He's going to win this election. He's going to look down on Virginia, and he's going to say, that young man named Chuck Smith, who's running for Attorney General of Virginia, that guy named Chuck Smith, him, not only will he be the next Attorney General of Virginia, but he will be the one that holds the faith, that holds the dream, that leads the way for all of us. God bless you.
Right.
All right.
God bless you.